Hi friends and subscribers. I hope you're all doing well. Today I thought I might have a go at ranking the series of Doctor Who. So the modern series, or the revival series from 2005 onwards. Not including any specials or anything, no Christmas specials or anniversary specials or whatnot. Just the 13 regular series, or seasons, whatever you prefer to call them. So before I start, this ranking is just based on my own opinion. It's my order of preference, so it's neither right nor wrong. It's completely subjective. You know, we all like them differently. So if you want to give your ranking in the comments below, then please do. But you feel free to disagree with me. Just disagree constructively. But I'm always interested to see other people's lists and how they rank these series. But anyway, let's get started. So starting at the bottom, at number 13, is Series 12. Series 12 is a bit of a mixed bag for me. There's some good episodes. I really like Fugitive of the Judoon, which introduces Jo Martin as the Fugitive Doctor, who I think is brilliant. And it's also good to see Captain Jack return. Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror's pretty good as well. Ascension of the Cybermen. Spyfall's a pretty decent two-parter that introduces the Spy Master. But then you got stuff like The Timeless Children, which I don't hate the idea. I just think that the story was executed pretty poorly. I think we can all agree on that. And then you got episodes like Orphan 55 and Can You Hear Me, and Praxeus, which are just forgettable to me. I don't really remember what happens in those episodes. So for that reason, Series 12 is my least favourite. And now, number 12 is Series 11, Jodie Whittaker's first series. I like this just a little bit better than Series 12, just because I think there's more stronger episodes. Like Woman Who Fell to Earth, I love. It's a good post-regeneration story. Rosa, which is the Rosa Parks episode, I like that one as well. Arachne's in the UK. Gets a lot of flack from fans, but I quite enjoy it, actually. Witchfinders is pretty good. It Takes You Away is also pretty good. And then you've also got the Tsuranga Conundrum, which is just awful. It's bad. I don't like it at all. It's just, do I really need to explain why I don't like it? It's just, no, I hate it. Yeah. But there's some forgettable episodes as well. But mixed bag. Some good episodes, a few weak ones, and then some forgettable, but not a bad season. Just another mixed bag for me. And now number 11 is Flux, which is Series 13. This is Jodie Whittaker's last series. I think this is her strongest series, actually. I like the serialized story. Yeah, it's pretty good, actually. I really like the character of Dan. A lot of people don't like the character of Dan. I quite like him. It's because I like John Bishop. I do like John Bishop as a stand-up comedian. I mean, it does drag in certain places. It is flawed, but I can still enjoy it. You've got Village of Angels, I quite like. War of the Sontarans is pretty silly. Sontarans eating chocolate, but it's funny, I think. Halloween Apocalypse is great. Yeah, but I think it's quite a good series. And now we're into the top 10. Now the top 10, this is the stuff that I enjoy quite a lot. Number 10, Series 8, Peter Capaldi's first series as the 12th Doctor. I wasn't a big fan of the Capaldi era when I first watched it. I mean, I didn't hate it. I thought it was alright, but now I absolutely love the Capaldi era. And I love Peter Capaldi as the Doctor. And I think this is quite a good series. Deep Breath, I think, is a fantastic post-regeneration story. And a lot of people don't like the Matt Smith cameo that he makes at the end, but I quite like. I love that scene, actually. And you got Robot Sherwood, which it's silly, but it's fun. Listen is great. The Caretaker. A lot of fans really don't like Kill the Moon. I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a silly premise, but I don't know. I kind of enjoy it in a weird way. Mummy on the Orient Express, Flatline. In the Forest of the Night, a lot of people hate that episode and actually refer to it as In the Forest of the Shite. I honestly don't think it's too bad. I kind of enjoy it, really. And then you've got Dark Water, Death in Heaven, great two-part finale. And Missy is such a great character. So, yeah, Series 8, number 10. Number 9 is Series 9. Peter Capaldi's second series. Gets quite a lot of flack from fans, but I honestly really like Series 9. I think it's a pretty strong series. The Magician's Apprentice, which is familiar, is a great two-parter. The Zygon Invasion, Zygon Inversion. There's a lot of two-parters on here. Face the Raven is great. Heaven Sent. I don't rate Heaven Sent as highly as most fans do, but yeah, it's a good episode. Although a lot of fans do hate Hellbent. I love Hellbent. Honestly, I think it's a good finale. You got a few weeks. Sleep No More, I can take or leave. But yeah, I think it's a pretty strong series. And that's number 9. Number 8 is Series 10, Peter Capaldi's final series, and I think it's his strongest series. I really like the character of Bill Potts, which is a brilliant companion, and Nardole I also love as well. He's hilarious. I love Nardole. And this also has Missy's sort of redemption arc, which I think is really good. And such a great episode. The pilot is a great episode. Smile, Knock Knock, Oxygen, Extremist Pyramid at the End of the World. The story arc with the Doctor is blind. It's a pity they didn't continue that story arc, that he didn't stay blind until he regenerated. That would have been quite awesome. But it is what it is. And then you got the two-part finale, World Enough and Time, and The Doctor Falls, which is excellent. I mean, I know it wasn't intended to be the last episode, but a lot of people, to some people, that's the last episode of Doctor Who, for the ones who absolutely avoid the Jodie Whittaker era. But I will say this, if that had ever been intended to be the final episode, I think it would have been a great final episode of Doctor Who. But yeah, and it's good to see John Sim back as the Master one more time. But yeah, I really love Series 10. And now number 7. Series 6. Matt Smith's second series as the 11th Doctor. Again, it gets a bit of shit from fans, mainly because of Stephen Moffat's, weird, timey-wimey writing. But I really love Series 6. Yeah, some of it's a bit hard to follow. It's not perfect. It is flawed, but it's enjoyable. And I do have a soft spot for the Matt Smith era. I just feel that the more I watch the Matt Smith era, the more I just enjoy it. Matt Smith, along with David Tennant, is my favourite Doctor. I think I sometimes go back and forth and decide who my favourite Doctor is, but anyway. But yes, so many great episodes. The Impossible Astronaut, Day of the Moon is a great two-parter. Well, I think part one's a little bit stronger. Curse the Black Spot is a bit of fun. Doctor's Wife's pretty good. Rebel Flesh, Almost People, pretty decent. Not as bad as people say. Good Man Goes to War is good. Let's Kill Hitler, probably the worst episode of the series. But having said that, I don't dislike it. Night Terrors, I think, is underrated. Girl Who Waited, I don't rate it as highly as most people do, but it's still good. God Complex is pretty good. Closing Time, not as good as the Lodger, which was the Series 5 episode with the character of Craig. I know a lot of people hate James Corden now, but I do love the character of Craig that he plays. Wedding of River Song, probably not the best finale, but it's decent enough. I know a lot of people have issue that this series didn't have a 2-part finale like all the series before it. That doesn't really bother me so much. I don't really see that as that big a deal. But yeah, I really do enjoy Series 6 quite a lot. Number 6 is Series 7. This is Matt Smith's final series. I enjoy Series 7 quite a lot, actually. I like Series 7. I do think that the second half is stronger. I enjoyed the first half. I do enjoy Asylum of the Daleks is pretty good. Dinosaurs on a Spaceship gets a lot of shit, but I think it's good fun. I love it. Town Called Mercy, I don't rate as highly as most fans do, but it's good. Power 3 I quite enjoy. Angels Take Manhattan, good episode. Send off for Amy and Rory. I know some people weren't happy with the send off that they got. Personally, I think they deserved a better send off. Some say they probably should have left at the end of Series 6. Maybe they should. And you've got Bells of St. John, which I think is underrated. Rings of Actan, it's okay. Cold War is great. Love that episode with the Ice Warriors. And I love David Warner's character in that. He steals the episode. It's a pity that character never returned. It's not going to happen now because David Warner's sadly no longer with us. And Hyde is a pretty good horror-themed episode. Journey to the Centre of the TARDIS is a bit meh. It's alright. Crimson Horror, I think, is underrated. I love Crimson Horror. Nightmare on Silver, not one of the best Cybermen episodes, but it's fine. And Name of the Doctor, I think, is a great finale. I love Name of the Doctor. So yeah, I really enjoy Series 7. Now we're into the top 5. Everything from in the top 5 is pretty much perfect for me. Series 1, the first series of the revival, and Christopher Eccleston's only series as the Ninth Doctor. And yeah, I have a lot of nostalgic attachment to this, but it really is just great. It's not a bad episode in my opinion. You got Rose, which is a great first episode. Aliens in London, World War III, 2-parter. Some people take issue with the Slitheen, but I think it's a great story. Dalek is easily one of the best Doctor Who episodes. A lot of people don't like the long game. I quite like it. I like Simon Pegg as the editor. Father's Day is a brilliant episode. The Empty Child Doctor Dances 2-parter which introduces Captain Jack. Boomtown, I think, is a really underrated episode. I love that episode. I love the chemistry between the Doctor, Rose, Jack, and Mickey in that episode. And then Bad Wolf, Parting of the Ways, two-parter, just amazing. I mean, yeah, End of the World is probably my least favourite episode, but it's still a good episode. Unquiet Dead's a pretty good horror-themed episode, so yeah, I think Series 1's just a truly, truly excellent series. It's a pity that Christopher Eccleston didn't carry on as the Doctor, but yeah, we wouldn't have had David Tennant if Chris had stayed longer. But yeah, number 4 is Series 2. David Tennant's first series is the 10th Doctor. I really love Series 2. Again, I have heard some fans apparently are not big fans of Series 2. I suppose it could just be my nostalgia. Yeah, my love for this could just be nostalgia. But I don't care. I just really love Series 2. You know, New Earth. Probably not the best way to open a series, but I still think it's a pretty fun episode. Tooth and Claw's pretty good fun as well. School Reunion is great. You know, the return of Sarah Jane Smith. Girl in the Fireplace I don't rate as highly as most fans, but it's good. Rise of the Cybermen, Age of Steel two-parter is great. Idiot's Lantern I think is underrated. I think it's a really fun episode. The Impossible Planet's Satan Pit is a great two-parter. And Love and Monsters. Yeah, I know Love and Monsters is considered one of the worst episodes, but I think it's a lot of fun. You know, I think the Zorbeloff, yeah, objectively he's a badly written character, a badly written villain, but I think he's funny, to be honest. And I really like the character of Elton. You know, it's the first Doctor Light episode. You know, without that we probably wouldn't have had episodes like Blink or Turn Left, which were Doctor Light episodes, where the Doctor isn't featured so prominently. But, yeah, I really love... And Fear Her, another episode that I think doesn't deserve all the shit that it gets. I enjoy Fear Her. And then you've got Army of Ghosts Doomsday two-parter, which I think's epic. So I really enjoy Series 2. I love Series 2 a lot. Number 3 is Series 3. Of course, David Tennant's second series. And this series introduces Martha Jones, brilliant companion. Again, pretty much just a perfect series, really. There's not really anything here that I don't like. You know, Smith and Jones is great. The Shakespeare Code, Gridlock, Daleks Take Manhattan, Evolution of the Daleks. Love it. Lazarus Experiment. I know a lot of people don't like that one. I love it. 42, I think, is I think that's a bit of an underrated episode. Human Nature, Family of Blood two-parter is great. Blink is excellent. And then you've got the 3-part finale with Utopia, Sound of Drums, and Last of the Time Lords, which is great. I love John Simm as the Master. Some people find him a bit too camp. I really love John Simm's Master. I think he's funny actually sometimes. But yeah, I love Series 3. It is a great series. Number 2 is Series 4. This is a lot of fans' favourite series, and yeah, if you'd asked me a year ago, I probably would have had this at number 1, but it's now at number 2 now. This course is David Tennant's last series as the Doctor, and you have Donna as his companion. Donna Noble's a brilliant companion. I think out of all the companions that the 10th Doctor had, Donna's easily the best companion. You know, I love the chemistry between those two. You know, got Partners in Crime, great series opener. Fires of Pompeii, which of course has Peter Capaldi in it, but he's not playing the Doctor, of course. He's playing a different character. Planet of the Ood, great episode. The Sontaran Stratagem, Poison Sky, two-parter, great. Doctor's Daughter, probably my least favourite episode, but it's still a good one. Unicorn and the Wasp is great. Silence in the Library, Forest of the Dead two-parter, which introduces River Song, fantastic. Midnight is great. Turn Left is a brilliant Doctor Light episode. And then you get The Stolen Earth, Journey's End, which is just a excellent two-part finale. I remember I watched it for the first time when it aired and just fell in love with it. And it still holds up today, I think. So, Series 4 at number 2. Very strong series. Excellent series. So, number 1 is Series 5, which is Matt Smith's first series. Again, when David Tennant was leaving Doctor Who, there was a part of me that wasn't sure whether I was going to continue watching. But, I decided to give Matt Smith a chance, because, it's Doctor Who, and, I had to remind myself that David Tennant wasn't the only actor to play the Doctor. There were other actors before him. I was just a kid at the time. But, yeah, I just loved it. It was different, it was a little bit jarring to see how different, Stephen Moffat's writing was from Russell T Davies, but I thought it was just excellent. Matt Smith was excellent as the Doctor. It's not often that when a new Doctor comes along that I love them straight away. It took me a really long time to get into Peter Capaldi, to embrace him as the Doctor. Of course, David Tennant I loved pretty much straight away. And Jodie Whittaker took me really... She's still not one of my favourite Doctors, but yeah, she's good. But Matt Smith I pretty much loved straight away. I wasn't sure whether I was going to, but I did. And yeah, this is easily his strongest series. I think a lot of people would agree. I mean, it's pretty much perfect. 11th Hour is excellent. I love the 11th Hour. Beast Below, not one of my favourites, but it's good. Victory of the Daleks, I think, is quite underrated, actually. I love Victory of the Daleks. Time of Angels, Flesh and Stone, two-parter. Vampires of Venice, great. Amy's Choice, great episode with the Dream Lord. Hungry Earth, Cold Blood, two-parter, which sees the return of the Silurians. I personally prefer the classic Silurians to the modern ones, but yeah, it's a good episode. Vincent and the Doctor is great. The Lodger is great. I love The Lodger. And then the Pandora opens. Big Bang, two-part finale is great. So, yeah, Series 5 at number 1. So there you have it. That's my ranking of all 13 series of modern Doctor Who. Hope you enjoyed this ranking. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and take care.